baby.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today we have LisaRaye McCoy and Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs of All Blacks, A House Divided. Thank you so much for joining us today for this exclusive interview. McCoy and Jacobs are cast members of the show, and this show is on its fifth and final season. The captivating conclusion of the scandalous series is set to premiere Thursday, January 12th, and it airs weekly on Thursdays. So thank you both for joining us today. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Yes,
Very
thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Mhm.
All right, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. Before we do that, let's I'm gonna warm up a little bit. What city are you guys in right now? How's everybody doing?
Oh, Lord, I'm in LA. We're both in LA with all this
We're both in
rain.
LA.
10, 11 days straight. I missed the first 6 or 7 of those days, but this is good sleep weather. You know what I mean? I'm about to go make me some tacos later and turn my fireplace on and get back in the bed and cuddle up.
We're back in the
Okay.
bed.
Sounds like you got some plans for this rainy weather. I heard about that. I hope that you guys are safe. I heard that California was having a couple of issues
Yeah.
that were put into a state of emergency, but I'm glad to see that you're doing well and that you have plans. What about yourself, Mr. Lawrence?
I'm cool. I mean, the rain comes down hard, but I live over in an area called Long Beach area, so I'm just enough away from where I just see the rain coming down. But it's been a lot. But I'm good. I'm just chilling out. I'm not gonna get back up in bed and make tacos like some people will do. Lisa Ray. But my day's got going on. I have a couple of meetings today. Business continues, so I'll go to work in a little while.
Excellent, excellent. Seems as though we've lost Courtney for the moment being, but we can go ahead and continue on.
Mhm.
So, do you guys have any resolutions for this New Year's that you've accomplished within the 10 days so far? I know that we had kind of alluded to that.
I have always prayed for prosperity. I'm a person that believes in the power of our words, manifestation. So I like to take a chapter out of the Bible, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, write it down and make it plain upon tablets. So I write a list of things that I want to get rid of and shed, and the things that I want to come into my life. And so to be able to, you know, have prosperity at the beginning of the year and have such an awesome finale season of our Emmy Award nominated show, A House Divided. I think that I'm off to a great start. So I'm right in there, girl. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good, and I'm ready to shine, shine, and shine, and shine, and shine. Okay.
Absolutely, that you are.
Thank you.
These are resolutions. I don't know if I really make resolutions, but I always try to think on the up, positive, looking forward, and try not to eat, Velveeta cheese on Ritz crackers. That's my resolution, maybe. I don't know, but just having a good time and being close to family. I'm very family oriented. I want them to do well. I want them to always be there. You know, Lisa and I got, she got 8 grandkids. I got grandkids, but but we're into it.
And
We
I'm
love our
looking for
kids.
I'm looking for love because since this love story has come to an end, I can't even play pretend anymore since this is our finale. You know what I
Well, I
mean?
love you, babe. There's
Yeah.
love.
So I know
Yeah,
you love me, but I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah,
need
but not that kind of
to be
love. Okay,
under somebody. You know what I mean? I need to be, held.
To those of
okay.
y'all watching, Miss Lisa Ray McCoy is looking for love. Hit her up,
Yeah,
y'all.
she wants to be held up. I
Y'all
got a
know she's
gun.
been one of the coldest in the game for a long time.
I just picked up a new show on TV1 called Asking for a Friend, and it's a new dating show. So I'm helping other couples find love, but then I'm like, well, what about me? You know what I mean?
Love is a funny thing. It has to happen to you. I mean, as much as we may want it, or even sometimes we're in that mode, we're trying to find it, and then all of a sudden you just happen to go to the taco stand, and there's that person,
Oh, is
at the
that where I
gas
gotta go?
station.
I need to not get back in the bed and make tacos. I need to go get tacos. That's what you're saying.
Right. You got to go out you got to go to like the Rio's taco stand on the corner, because that wonderful man is going to be there. His name is Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs, by the way. So
Mm,
watch out.
okay, I'm
I
on my
met
way.
him once.
Noted, noted.
Yeah.
So you're looking to be more family
And
oriented and you are
speaking of
looking for
love
love.
and the show,
You saying we lost you? Did you say something? You said, thinking of love? Did you say what?
Mm-hmm.
Courtney, did you say something? I think you said something.
Yeah. Sorry, we're lagging a little.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
we don't hear you. You're muted. Oh, you have a mute
Can you
button
hear me?
thing?
I can hear you now.
I hear you, Aria, but Courtney, we weren't hearing.
Okay. I was
I can hear
saying,
you.
speak. Oh, speaking of love and the show, I just want to jump right into it. This is the fifth and final season of the show. So, can you just give us like an overview, like rundown of the show? Yeah, just tell us anything you want viewers.
Ladies first. LisaRaye
Oh,
McCoy,
okay.
darling. Mhm.
I'm always pleasantly surprised because when you go past 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons, you're almost like, what else can you do? So I like the fact that that question has been answered because we have already did it. You know what I mean? What I find so intriguing about our series is that it's just intertwined with all of the drama through love. It's for the love of money, for the love, for the love of family, for the love of business or whatever. And love is so universal. So I think that's what really binds everything together. And through that love, men have given up kingdoms for love, you know what I mean, for a woman. And so, with my character first starting out as a cameo and coming, now to fifth season because our chemistry was just so good and dynamic. You know what I mean? Till I had an opportunity to be nominated even for an Emmy. And so for me, that's huge because I don't think I've been nominated for anything NAACP award, and that was years ago. So to be a part of something that I'm able to, portray a strong character, but yet vulnerable, because normally I play, you know, strong women that's bitches, you know what I mean, kind of thing, just malicious. But
Subtle.
this character, she's a bitch, but she's also vulnerable to this man because not only does she want she deserves, she actually loves him. You know what I mean? And so that's what makes it such a ride or die because she's like, I'm willing and down to do whatever for you and for the sake of me getting what I feel like I deserve, which is everything because she wants to be the queen of the castle. So she has to move everybody out of her way and she doesn't mind doing so. The dynamics of her being a parent, bringing her daughter along, which is his daughter, Cameron's daughter as well, that I'm trying to school her and pass the torch, and as a mom myself, I think about that with my daughter. So when the scenes I have with McKinney, she allows me to be that mother and use my motherly instincts with her, and so our scenes are so real as well. And so it allows me to play pretend, but art imitates life. And so I'm in it. I'm like, yeah, I'm Alexis, I'm Lisa Ray. What's going on? You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
always want to be able to portray a character like that.
Shall I give a word about love? You're talking about the show moving on, and it's this is the fifth. Personally, for me, in my subtlety is I wanted LisaRaye and my relationship character develop more. I would still like to explore that because we're into it. We wanted to do that, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. You see where we go with it because these two individuals we play, Alexis and Cameron, truly they're the couple, and it's the real deal with them. Circumstances is what it is, and so they have to roll with that and get around all these people being deceitful and scandalous. It would be a nice journey. So who knows, darling? Maybe there'll be a spin-off there for us. You never know. One
Maybe.
day, possibly. hmm So yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, fun stuff. If somebody can ask a question, I promise you I'll answer.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I'm making sure that Courtney's caught up with us. Courtney, can you hear us good? And are you all right? Because I know that we were having some issues lagging.
Yeah.
Oh, she's there. Yeah, she's smiling all the way. She's in the mood. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, for our second question, I wanted to go ahead and ask you guys, what was it like filming this final season as opposed to the other seasons? I know that sometimes it can be a bittersweet feeling. Other times, like you said, when you have upcoming projects, you're kind of just like, well, I've got other things to do, so let's just knock it out. You're excited, but also kind of ready for it to be over. But what was this like for you guys?
I'm just going to jump in a bit. This fifth season is extremely layered. They really got thick with our characterizations and let those things find their way and develop. So that was fun. I mean, a lot of it is unexpected. I mean, so it's like, oh wow, I didn't wait a minute, even to us. And so for the audience, I think it's going to be jolting, in that kind of a journey. It's got a lot of the flavors that you expect it to be, but there's some things that are brand new or new for us, and we're exploring those things. And it's got a little bit of shock, certainly entertaining, and that's nice. I think that's a nice thing to look forward to, and the audience will have a nice time. The fans. So yeah,
It's a little bittersweet for me because I did not know this was going to be the end. I'm thinking when we starting again,
nobody knew that. Yeah, I didn't know
yeah.
either.
So, as we are actually even on this press run and talking about this being the finale, it actually got a little sentimental for me because we are extended family. We've been seeing each other for last 4-5 years.
3 years, 3.5 years.
It becomes, like you said, a bittersweet, and not to mention that the check stop. You know what I mean? But I love the fact that we are leaving on top. We have been Emmy nominated, so that's a wonderful.
Very nice.
That's really nice to be able to be recognized like that. And so we do know that the audience has spoken and that they love our show. And so wherever we go next after this, we're bringing them along with us. And just for me, although I've been in the game for 20 plus years, it's always really good and rewarding when you can add to your resume that when you've worked with someone like Lawrence Jacobs and you've had such a great series that you can put on your resume. For me, being and portraying the characters that I do, it's nice to be able to be seen in a light where I can do this character and she's done this character and this character. As an actor, you still want to grow and you still want to stretch and you still want to learn. You still, and so for me, it's like, okay, this character down. And so what's the next character? And I'm able to bring some of that to something else. And like everybody else, when you leave one job, you're looking for your next. So we're gonna hit pay.
That's keeping it real.
We do a spinoff or something. You know what I mean?
Okay,
That would be nice if they were
spin-off.
to
I'm
think in
excited
terms
now.
of if they thought in terms of spin-offs. You never know. But I'm just co-signing with LisaRaye. What has happened with us is that we just had something that was developing so easily or seeming to have its own nature. We wanted to explore that further. All of us had no idea that it was going to be the final season. I mean, I found out a couple of weeks ago myself. I said, oh, really? I didn't know that. And so I don't know if it's bittersweet for me in that sense, other than, again, I wanted our characters. We have a long way to go, and we wanted to explore that. So that chance is not here so far, unless they pull a miracle off and say we want to do it again, because that could happen as well. It's all based on fanship. The fans say, like, keep it on, then they're going to keep it on.
And we're the longest running show for All Black. Period.
We're a hit show for them. And it
well.
lifted the network and established that network from when it was UMC and now All Black. It earmarks real good. The man behind it is a friend of mine. Bob Johnson. Who had created BET, and he's a good guy, and he's he's in the mix with it too. So it's a good graduation for all of us. We had a good time with it. It's not over, but we're having a good time. So before we start crying here,
I'm keeping this smile on my face.
Yeah, it's all good. But I still want some collard greens, Lisa. You keep holding out on me, babe. Okay?
You got it.
Okay.
We're gonna watch the finale at my house.
There you go, man. I'm hungry. There you go. Yeah.
All right. So, Lawrence, in this season, your character Cameron Sanders Sr. he is like expecting revenge against those who like kind of plotted against him. Can you give us an example of how he avenges himself in this season?
I mean, we're not giving the show away and stuff like that. My idea of how, when I was playing Cameron from the beginning, is that he wasn't a docile person, but he was a person that kind of listened, kind of took a lot, and didn't really want the position he was put into. He didn't want that. He wanted something else in his life, but he had to take over and be the head of his family. As he started to see the different folds of the family being deceitful or trying to scam, it kind of, in my way, it arced him up to be a little tougher, a little more edgy. not thuggy, but close. And so that's my way of getting it. It's to me, it's taking no prisoners. It's every man for himself, and I'm on my own, and it may be my kids, but so what? If they're going to take me down, I'm not going down. I ain't going out like that. So that's the approach of who he is. And there's emotions in it. It's not just all tough guy stuff. It's also emotional. Certainly with the stuff with LisaRaye, that's a very real thing for them, how they feel about each other, the characters, Alexis and Cameron. And I love my kids in the show, but I want them to remember they're my kids. You don't step on daddy, no matter what. So that's the through line for me, or the springboard of it. Springboard, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So a vengeance with a purpose. Understood.
Yeah, man, kicking booties and taking names, but I don't want to type it in. So
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
And we do have to start winding down. Thank you both for joining us today. It was a pleasure interviewing you. Also, everyone, don't forget to like, comment, and share this interview, and you can find it on our Facebook page at Afro American Newspapers.
Yeah, thank you, Courtney and Aria. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, LisaRaye McCoy and Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs. We really appreciate you guys so much for giving us this exclusive interview. We're definitely going to be watching The House Divided in its last season.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.